Hello everybody, welcome back to Dominions 5. We are playing as M.A. Man, and I believe this is turn 16. We have received a message from Marignan, who wants to sell gems and whatnot. Alright, Ulf was a victim of an assassination attempt. Yes. So this has assassins. They are awesome because they have death. So you could do skill spam assassination, which is pretty nice. Yeah, so that happens. Then there is a battle in Winna. So he takes his big army, which is basically these Falchineers. The Falchineers, like I said, they're just ambidextrous Falchineers, I guess, with, decent protection, because they have natural protection and a cuirass. And then the big guys. He's got a couple sacreds, but he doesn't really have a bless for them. Yeah, anyways. So obviously they're going to kill my guys, because there's a million of them, but I think we actually kill a few. Let's see, how many did we kill? Yeah, we got 5. All right. Then there was a battle in Pepper Plain. Right, so the bastard put, like, a ton of PD in here. Like, seriously, Pangea. Like, he takes 2 of my provinces, and then the one that he takes, he actually has, like, a bunch of PD in there. Like, talk about bad manners. Anyways, we lose, like, more barbarians, this time in Man. Now, fortunately, it's our cap, so we had a lot of PD, but, like, sure, why not? Anyways, we lost a monk to disease, and we finally sieged down this fort. So, yeah. So that's, like, really frustrating what's going on here with Pangea. So what I'm doing is I am taking these guys, moving them here with this mage, so that the mage next turn can build a lab here, so I can start recruiting these mages. Then and then I'll take those archers and these foresters and use them to attack to get this province. We're site searching here. I'm not resupplying. What's the word? Reinforcing the front line with these troops. These guys are bringing. So at this point, Satis has his army here, so he could attack me here or here. I'm fairly confident, given what I've seen, that I can hold off his army with this, but I have nothing here. So what I do is a couple things. First of all, I reinforce with everything that I can muster, which is a bunch of archers and a few cavalry, which isn't much. Then I get a couple of air gems on these guys to be summoning air elementals. And then we pump PD a ton. But this is a friendly civilization, so we get a lot of extra PD. So actually, this is quite good. So, I mean, militia are useless, but we get like a ton of longbow and just meat in front. And this meat will replenish itself always, as long as you don't lose a province. So I hope that this is enough to hold off this attack, but it probably should be. Especially with the little touches like the air elementals and whatnot. I am then, so I've gotten my conjuration. I'm taking a little dip into thaumaturgy, because that allows me to get my communions. And now that I've started a war, if I'm stuck in an emergency, I really need to do some fancy magic shenanigans. Getting my communion spell up is nice. And I forget why I'm getting enchantment 1 this turn, but I am for some reason. And then we're going to finish alteration 4. So yeah. Recruitment is continuing basically as it was before, and we are now starting to cast awakened Vinemen. And so that is that. Let us load up the next turn, which is turn 17. Yep. Okay, we've completed our research here. We've cast Awakened Feynman. We found a magic site. We'll take a look in a second. There was a battle at Ironport. So he does, in fact, attack me in the Rich Province with his Falchineers, right? So this is the same army that we've seen before. And what I have is a huge blob of point defense. Province defense. Because this is a friendly province. So I just get extra free PD. So yeah, so we're going to fast forward a little bit. So we have a lot of longbows. And yeah, we just have a lot of longbows. So we kill all their leadership just in time for their guys to make it to the front lines. And the ones who haven't died to arrows decide to rout. And they rout into my army, and so we kill every single last wizard. And so this went exactly according to plan. We did lose a couple of foresters because the Falchineers actually didn't make it to our archery lines, but that's okay. We killed a lot of their dudes. And then we stormed the fort. What did he have? Nothing. Well, no, it's not nothing. He has, he's doing Raised Dead and Raised Skeletons. Yeah. But we knew he was going to be doing Skeleспam. So yeah, so we kill him. And then an unexpected event, we get 600 gold. So that's nice. Doesn't make up for the 1,000 gold that I lost in infrastructure here. But, better than nothing. All right, so a whole bunch of arrows. We are site searching here. Then I have decided to just use a couple of knights to finally reclaim this province. I was going to build a lab here, but I don't have the money, so we're just going to take the archers and move here. Meanwhile, I'm reinforcing with, again, another mage is going to ferry some... again, these are mages. They have inspirational, so they can actually lead a bunch of troops. So I'm moving the longbowmen up to the front. And my god has site searched here. She finds a well of pestilence, which spreads diseases, but on the bright side gives me some death income. So the god is going to come here and do some site searching. Meanwhile, I've site searched this. This has been site searched by the god, so I don't need this crone to be site searching here anymore. I just need to search air in these provinces. And I've got other crones that can do that, so she's going to go home. I've now decided that I want to finally develop this province, so we're going to get a temple up first, because that's what I could afford. And then here we have moved our... We had summoned a couple of the Vinemen. By the way, these are the Vinemen, not the ogres. These are the little guys. Quite respectable. 17 hit points, and they're blunt and pierce resistant, which is pretty good. And then they're, mindless and not immune, but they have high poison resistance and magic being. So I guess that gives you some vulnerabilities and some strengths against some magic. But they're really cheap chaff, and, they just stand in front. I mean, they have no, protection or any decent skills, but they're just, hit points that you put in front of your longbows, basically. Okay. Notice that Cetis has bought a whole ton of mercs, and they are all sitting in this province. And I had my archers, and so I've rebid the archers. I have deployed a small squad of knights plus my merc archers to try to gain some territory from Sitis over here. Meanwhile, I'm reinforcing, now that I've captured this fort, I'm building a temple here, and I'm reinforcing with, reinforcements, I guess, from the back. And so I have everybody out here patrolling. Oh, and I am building a lab too. So I'm building lab and temple in this fort on the front lines. Yeah. So our army is a bit sparser than it was before, but actually we have a decent number of knights. We've got archery support behind it, and I've also pumped a bit of PD here up to 18, which unfortunately I don't get longbows here, but at least we get some more meat. At least these guys are spearmen, it's not militia, so we get a bit of kind of bad chaff and some bad archers. But he's got bad mercs, so I guess it evens out. Alright, that is it for this turn. Tech-wise, we are working slowly up to alteration, and the recruitment is basically as it was before. Let's get another turn in. Is there anything else? I don't think so. Worldwide event. Oh, yeah. Turn 18. Okay. Vineman. Beowulf was a victim of an assassination attempt. This is another attempt. Oh, yeah. So he attempts to assassinate my commander. Except this guy actually kills skeletons. Yeah, so that happens. Then I finally take back this province that Pangaea had put PD in. There was a battle in Pavonia. This is my little raid. And he only had a little bit of PD. So obviously we win. Then because we just started patrolling there, we discovered that there were scouts. And so we killed the scouts. And then the Palisades and Ironport is completed. And that's it. So we were able to take this province. And then we have forts up in both of these provinces and labs everywhere. So that the labs are important because it means that we can easily move our ivy crowns around and summon Vinemen wherever we need to have them summoned. At this point, let's talk about a few things. So first of all, Sitis now has massed an army over here. This army has his falchineers. It has all the mercs from before. So it looks like he's emptied his cap, right? And so he's got a huge ton of guys right on my doorstep. So it sounds a lot like he's trying to attack me in here. Now, I therefore know, and I've calculated, he can't attack me here because there's not enough movement. Because this is a wasteland, it takes a lot of movement to move in and out of it. So he can't go here and attack me here. So I'm moving basically all of my army out here to patrol, in anticipating that he's going to try to attack me here. I'm going to take these guys and try to retake this and basically re-raid this province. And here is the script that we have. It is basically our Vinemen in front, our knights behind it, archers behind that. And then we've got a few mages. The ones that have air are doing some aim because I don't have Wind Guide yet. Phantasmal Warrior Chaff, Vine Arrows. And I don't have Alteration 4, so my Ethereal Crystal Mages can't do Body Ethereal yet, so just more aim spells. So yeah, that is the script here. Now, I'm not summoning any more Vinemen because I see this, and so Pangea is killing. So East is killing Pangea, and I feel that at this point, it'd be wise to sort of build up a bit of forces in this fort. And so I switch the crowns up over here to summon a few Vinemen in this fort. Meanwhile, I finally got an Air 3 crone, and she's been searching these provinces that have been missing air. And that's that. So yeah, I'm reinforcing my troops here, and we have spent all of our gold, and we are now getting a palisades up in this rich province. This province is rich because it has gem deposits. Searching here. I think that's it. Let's just take a look. Yep, that's it. Let's get another turn done in this episode, shall we? I believe we are up to turn 19. Yes. Correct. Okay, messenger has arrived from Agartha. Okay, yeah, so the diplomacy with Agartha begins. So he congratulates me on my war so far. He tells me that Satis is trying to get him, meaning Agartha, to attack me. But we had a good first relationship good first interaction when we bumped. And he's more worried about Scaleria. And so he says, did we ever sign a nap? I forget. Anyway, I'm up for one if you are. So that's good to know. Because I don't want to be 2v1'd, right? So let's keep that in the back of our minds. And then let's look at these battles. Pavonia is this little province here that I just put 1 PD in. So now we get to see his real script. These are mercs. But he now has Horde of Skeletons. So these are his Recruit Anywhere mages. They're not cap mages. He has Death 2 Recruit Anywhere mages. They cost about 200 gold, and they're awesome. And so he now has a ton of Skeleton potential. So that is scary. And we just take his province over here, as we expected. Unexpected events, yeah. Oh, and we found... Okay, some random sites. Yeah, so diplomacy is about to get really complicated. So first of all, so I'm winning my war against Satis, clearly. Although now he has, but I just won the opening round. He has he has Enchantment 5, right? So he has this Horde of Skeletons, which is very powerful Skeleton. So I shuffle all my stuff around and try to get everything I can, including, see, these guys are all on move patrol. Try to get everything I can into this province. And I'll show the script for that in just a second. I'm still doing some Awakened Vinemens down here. We are moving everything we can. Getting more commanders. Yeah, site searching here. Whatever. Okay, so let's see what we have scripted here. So you'll notice 2 changes. First of all, I've moved everything up to the front. And that is in the hope that my longbowmen are lucky and decide to actually target or hit by chance one of their skele-spamming guys in the back. So I've got longbowmen, I've got foresters, I've got cavalry, I've got vinemen in the back, and I've also got like a ton of, not a ton, but I've got a whole bunch of priests that are going to be doing banishment spam. And so I just hope that this is enough to beat all of his skele-spammers. So that's what's going on here. Now, in terms of diplomacy, this is where it's tricky to tell the story because I'm, of course, recording this from the future. So it is hard for me to precisely say when what was said to whom. However, What I can say is that you notice here that Marignan has taken this province, right? And so, while Is has moved up here, right? So Is is basically taking over Pangaea. Marignan has taken, so Pangaea is over here. Marignan has taken these provinces. And then there's a bit of a diplomatic spat going on because Marignan, Pangaea accuses Marignan of violating their NAP. But Marignan says we never had an NAP because they were never able to communicate clearly. So one was offered, but he'd never heard back from the player playing Pangaea. And there was some issue about like not being in Discord, or I don't know. I forget now the exact details. But anyways, I think probably Pangaea was not being very efficient at communicating, is my take on it, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't know all the details. Anyways, there was some diplomatic spat. And in any case, Pangaea is dying to Is. And basically, yeah, that's what we need to know at this point, is that Is has basically killed Pangaea, but Marignan has gotten a bit of land out of the deal, basically. All right. So that is that. In fact, that's a good turn. That's a good time to end this episode. When we continue, we will find out, first of all, is this enough to hold off a whole bunch of Skelespam from Satis? And what happens to Pangaea and to Is and to Marignan? So a lot of shit is about to go down in this game. I look forward to telling you all about it in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Take care.